What up, fellow race fans? Here we are again, man. First week of January, but the moto fans is Anaheim week. Now, first thing, I've seen people talking that there's a chance of rain, might have a mud race. I don't think that's happening. For this whole week, it's been clear out there. All the way up to Saturday night, it's clear weather. So we're going to have a nice, clean racetrack to start off this season. The only thing that I did see, one of the track builders said that the track is going to be soft, so it's going to be rutted up. That's no big deal. The tracks are always rutted up one way or another. As long as these guys don't push too hard, hopefully nobody goes down, gets injured, and everybody leaves Anaheim 1 clean going into San Francisco. First thing I want to talk about is the 250 class. It's going to be a good one for the West Coast this year, guys. We got 6 good factory riders coming in, plus 2 new rookies coming in looking to mix it up with them. First 250 rider I want to touch on, RJ Hampshire. This is his 10th season in Supercross. He's got to get this title won before he steps up to the 450 class for good. Now, whether he can pull that off or not, it's hard to say. You know what I mean? If he goes in there thinking about the title, it's probably not going to happen. But if he keeps it off his mind, he just takes it one round at a time, does what he needs to do, there's no doubt in my mind RJ is capable of winning this title as long as he can keep the mistakes limited, pretty much 0. He can definitely get it done. Joe Shimoda, he's going to be pushing RJ hard. I think he's a little bit more consistent than RJ. I don't think he makes as many mistakes that RJ does. So for me, the 2 people I think that's going to be up front winning this title is RJ and Joe. Which one's going to do it? It's hard to say. It's going to be a battle through the entire season. Now the other 4 got 2 sets of teammates. We got Jordan Smith and Nate Thrasher on the Star Yamaha. We got Levi Kitchen and Max Boland on the Pro Circuit Kawasaki's. Out of all those 4, I think Levi Kitchen is the best. Now, we know that Levi has had problems with consistency, but he was really disappointed in himself on the podium at the last round of SMX. I think that right there opened his eyes to what he needed to work on. And I think getting off Star Yamaha, going to Pro Circuit, getting around all them new people, new trainers, I definitely think he's cleaned up what he needed to. So I think Levi's going to come out swinging better than the other 3. Max Boland, he had a tough year last year. I think he missed 2 main events that he didn't get into. But he's looking a lot better on that Kawasaki than he ever did on that KTM. Now for Nate Thrasher, he's coming back from injury. That boy got messed up in Atlanta last year. And before that, he was fighting that ACL injury. So whether he comes back 100% ready to go, it's hard to say. Either way, we know Nate Thrasher's good. He gave Hunter Lawrence a run for his money a couple times last year. So he's more than capable of running up front. For Jordan Smith, same deal, man. He's more than capable, but it's the consistency. Can all these guys stay consistent, or will they continue to make mistakes, get bad starts, so on and so forth? Now the 2 rookies, we got Ryder D on the gas, and we got Julian Beaumer on the KTM. Now both them boys are good. I would put them on Hayden Deegan level good. Now whether they have a good rookie season like Hayden Deegan did, that's hard to say, but I definitely think they are more than capable of running up front with the other 6 of them boys. As for the 450 class, that field is stacked, man. I know everybody's saying it, pounded into your ears, my ears, everybody's ears, but it's true, man. That field is stacked. Out of all of them, I got the top 6. I got Chase Sexton, Eli Tomac, Jet Lawrence, Hunter Lawrence, Cooper Webb, and Ken Roxon. First off, Chase Sexton. I think him leaving Honda going to KTM was a good deal. I wouldn't have chose KTM if I was him. But either way, he felt like he was stuck in a rut. He kept making the same mistakes. He felt like if he left, went to a new team, he'd be able to clean them things up. Me personally, I really hope he did. I'm a huge Chase Sexton fan, so I hope he cleaned up them mistakes. And we know he's got the speed regardless. Doesn't matter what bike he's on, he's got the speed. But can he clean up them mistakes? Now, Eli Tomac, he's coming back from the Achilles injury. Some people are doubting him. Some people are true fans, diehard fans, think he's going to come out swinging. I think Eli's going to do what he always does. I think the first 4 rounds in California, he's going to be iffy, just getting his feet wet, getting used to his bike settings. After we get out of California, I think he's going to be classic Eli. I think he's going to be the one to beat all year long, even against Jet Lawrence. As for Jet Lawrence and his brother Hunter, they are definitely huge threats. These guys need to be wary of the Lawrence brothers, because if they get up front, they are gone. These guys have got to lock the Lawrence brothers down, because if they let them, they will run away with this title, and one of them's going to win it. Cooper Webb, everybody saw Cooper at Paris, thought he would do better than he did. Hopefully since Paris, he's worked on some things that he needed to work on. Hopefully he's gotten a little bit faster. Me personally, I think he has. I think when people start doubting Cooper Webb, that's when he just gets hungry and just steps up to the plate and hits it out of the park. Now we got 3 riders coming back from injury. 2 of them are the Rockstar Energy Husqvarna teammates, Malcolm Stewart and Christian Craig, and the third one is Justin Barshall on the Gas. Now, Justin Barshall, he got injured the last round of SMX, so he's only had about 3 or 4 months to get healed up and ready for Supercross. Malcolm Stewart and Christian Craig, they got hurt earlier in the year last year, so they've had a long time to heal up, train, and get ready for this season. Malcolm Stewart, I truly believe he could have got a win last year if he wouldn't have got hurt, so I'm calling Malcolm Stewart for at least 1 main event win this season. Christian Craig, he's going to be a top 10 contender most nights, but there's no way he's getting up into the top 5 unless he gets lucky. Now, one more person that hasn't got a main event win yet in the 450s is Aaron Plessinger. He had it last year, and man, did that boy get robbed. He had 2 laps to go. He was about 7.5 seconds in front of the field. Come up behind 2 lappers in that 90-degree onto that one-off to set down that rut, rips his foot right off. If it wasn't for that, it was his. So I firmly believe that Aaron Plessinger will get it done this year, along with Malcolm Stewart. Both of them guys are definitely getting at least 1 main event win this season. Now, another 2 I want to touch on, Adam Cianciarulo and Justin Cooper. Justin Cooper looked pretty good in the select rounds he did last year in Supercross. I firmly believe he's more than capable of getting top 10 like the rest of them. As for Adam Cianciarulo, we know Adam Cianciarulo could win a title. He could win a 450 title, but he's got that problem with his arm, man. His arm goes numb. If AC's arm is good, it doesn't go numb, I think AC is definitely a threat for the title because that boy is good. Now, other than that, we got 2 new manufacturers joining the sport this year. We got Beta and we got Triumph. Now, Beta, they got 2 450 riders. They got Colt Nichols and Benny Bloss. Now, Colt Nichols is good. He won the 2021 West Supercross title on the 250, and Benny Bloss, that man's just a straight-up giant. He can throw that 450 around. Both of them guys are more than capable of mixing it up front with the rest of them. As for Triumph, they don't have a 450 rider. They tried to get Joey Sabachi to do it. For some reason, he doesn't want to. He wants to step back down to the 250. For what reason, who knows? But they don't have a 450 rider. But they got 2 250 riders. I think both them boys are running the West Coast, and that's Jalek Swoll and Evan Ferry. Now, Jalek Swoll, he's been plagued with injuries over the past few years. If it wasn't for that, I think he'd be really good. So if Jalek Swoll can limit the mistakes and not get injured, he's definitely more than capable of running up front with the rest of them. As for Evan Ferry, to be honest, I know very little about him. I never even heard of him until they announced him for Triumph. So how he does, I have no idea. But I personally can't wait to see how the Beta and the Triumph stack up against the other manufacturers in Supercross. So there you have it, man. There's my take on Anaheim 1 for 2024. I cannot wait to watch some racing on Saturday evening. It's going to be epic. It's going to be exciting. I'm probably going to be on my feet for 80% of it. I can't wait to talk about it in the next video. I'll see you guys there.